We're going to argue about the QBs, even though I don't think either of these QBs that we're arguing about are going to be here next year. So what's it all mean when it comes down to hot air and really who's bloviating it? I asked you, does it feel like Watson's earning the job? And that can be a very nasty comment for a moment because it feels like you're just handing this guy that nobody likes the job. Or he lost the race to the bottom, so he gets the job. I got to tell you, you feel that he hasn't earned it, right? Or he's not earning it. Explain it before I give you my rebuttal.
I just think that would there be any other quarterback room where either of these guys could legitimately win the starting job right now? And I think that is very much a question. I don't know, maybe Tennessee, Cam Ward looked terrible in their first game, but whatever. Are there any other rooms where they could legitimately win the job? And that's why I pause. I don't want to make it seem like Deshaun has... The funny thing is, New York...
Geno Smith, I'm not a big Geno Smith
I told you yesterday that Bailey Zappi was their fourth string. And I'm like, what would Bailey Zappi be in Cleveland? Just let that one hang there for a second. But either way,
wait a minute, he was a backup in Cleveland. Bailey Zappi was here at one point.
I've seen him have better moments in the last 5 years than anybody on our roster.
That's
right now,
not really saying much.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm not ready.
You guys keep going back to the old days. You and Booger McFarland. I mean, how far back do you guys want to go to try to make a point?
I am not going to sit here and act like Deshaun has accomplished a whole bunch. I do think like the comeback and him being able to just even be out here for him, not forget about whether or not, you have a hatred for him and all the baggage and everything. Just from a human perspective, like I get why Monken was excited that he's even shown the ability to come back because I thought he'd be out of the league. I know the contract and everything. I didn't think we'd ever see him again.
So my point of all this is I do think he's earning the job. And can I explain why here?
Make a case, sure.
Well, I think that it's multifaceted, and I know we just argued about off-field things and things like that. I think off-field plays into this as well. The first thing is that, it's really all off-field stuff. First thing is I do think he knows offense is better. Now, how much better compared to other quarterbacks in the NFL? I'm talking about the Browns' job. Like, that's where it goes, where I can't very much argue with you about the room that he's won the quarterback room in, or winning the quarterback room in, I should say. That I can't argue. Like maybe he'd win the Jets job, maybe he'd win the Cardinals job, but probably not because Jacoby Brissett knows a hell of a lot about football and a hell of a lot about offenses. He knows it very well. I don't know if he could do that, but they're trying to find a guy, and so basically it comes down to everything else other than what we're actually seeing on the field. And some people are so annoyed by that, and to some level I can understand it. But let me explain this. One. Fans don't want to see him. They don't want to see him. I think when you get back to the conversation of people cheering when he got hurt, fans don't want to see him out there on the field. He reminds them of bad football. He reminds them of what could have been. He reminds them that we made a foolhardy decision, that everybody, including Baker, lost his mind at that time. And if calmer heads could have just prevailed, we might not be in a Super Bowl for crying out loud, but we'd be in a better spot than where we're at right now. I think that that's 100% the truth, and I don't think that you can ever argue against that. You would not be as bad as what you've been. The other part of it is that, some people a lot of people have tried to line up and say, the owner wants him to play. The owner wants him to play. Why does the owner want to? Because of the money that he spent. Everything's based on the future. The money is already spent.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me.
What did they just do yesterday? What did the Browns just unveil yesterday?
Stadium?
Yes. And the experience that you can go in, because what are they trying to sell in the next couple of months?
PSLs.
Yes. Everything's based on the future. So you're going to play that guy who people don't want to see and don't like. It's pretty well documented. You're going to play that guy that people don't like and don't want to see. At the same time, we're trying to get tickets sold for the future.
And that the owner already admitted that it was a lost cause.
A lost cause. Guys, that doesn't add up. It doesn't correlate. It don't work. Everybody keeps bringing up the money that's spent. That's old money.
As they would love it if Shedeur would just seize the job.
Exactly.
They would love it. They would love every minute of that.
He's young. Right now, he's cheap. He's very popular. He is very popular. Kids love Shedeur Sanders. They're not on Twitter. They're not seeing all the people getting into it and blocking each other for it. At least I hope those kids aren't on Twitter. For the love of God, it's a cesspool
and
for the most part.
And getting into it with Deshaun Watson's quarterback
and getting
coach.
into it with the...
Yeah, that happened again yesterday.
It's always something, man. Anyway.
Quarterback room. It's supposed to be a bunch of guys that... backing each other up.
Does Galen Green have a quarterback coach that is online? Or
I haven't seen
I'm just
one.
trying to find and make sure that there's... anyway, the whole thing about the owner wanting him to play, if you think he's just that bad at business, then that's your personal opinion. But you're going to play a guy that people don't want to see, that people actively call in and say they're not going to support the Browns if he plays again. You're going to play that guy at the same time that you're trying to sell tickets for the future. It don't add up. So that's how I know that he's earning that job. Because it's immensely unpopular. And it has been an organization before. Zach tells a story. They won with Brian Hoyer, and in the hallway there were people who had frowns on their faces. Now, I know one of those people ain't around anymore, but there were people in the hallway with frowns on their faces. There's business that's involved here. And Deshaun Watson has been a net negative for business. If he goes out and wins it, then they are giving Todd Monken, and they should do this as for all the arguments that I just made. I can't just fit this into the argument I want to make and go, well, you have to sell season tickets for the future, so you have to play Shedeur because I want Shedeur to play. No, I'm not going to do that. As much as I want Shedeur to play, I want him to earn it. And if Todd Monken's going to make his decision and he picks Deshaun Watson, while I might not care for it or like it, I can accept it and be positive with it because you let the head coach make his decision. Is that making sense to you?
Yeah, it is.
I would hope it would.
It is.
That's why I say, yes, it's 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other when you're going, hey, you're winning the quarterback job in this quarterback room. It ain't saying much. Fair. You're the one guy with a leg and a no-legged ass-kicking competition. Fine. But I also think with this team and in this quarterback room and everything that's happened and everything that's about to happen, where you're about to build this or you're in the process of building a beautiful building, which has this incredible experience, which looks like it's going to be fun, you want to get people excited by it, and you're going to go to the guy that we wasted a bunch of money on. It would be immensely unpopular. But if he makes the call, if Todd Monken makes the call, then I support it because it makes logical sense of what you hired the football coach to do.
And that we still wonder, what did he pitch when he interviewed for the job? I'm sure he pitched, hey, I can help all the quarterbacks. But I'm sure they also asked, what would be your plan with Deshaun Watson?
216-474-0092. Do you believe Watson is earning the job? Or if you just feel like he's the last one to a race to the bottom, that's fine too.